Why you can never trust your own eye. You open your eyes every morning believing you're seeing reality. But you aren't. Not completely. Everything you call the world is filtered, edited, and rebuilt before you ever become aware of it. Right now, your brain is hiding more than it's showing. And it has been doing that since the day you were born. The strange part is that it isn't a flaw. It's the reason you survived. Take a look around the room. It feels detailed. Every object seems perfectly clear. But try this. Keep your eyes still. Without moving them, read the words far from the center of your vision. You probably can't. That's because only a tiny area in the middle of your retina sees sharp detail. Everything else is surprisingly blurry. Yet your brain convinces you that your entire world is crystal clear. Every second, your eyes make tiny, rapid movements called saccades. They happen 3 or 4 times every second. During each movement, your brain briefly shuts down your visual awareness. You are effectively blind for a fraction of every second. Yet you never notice. Why? Because your brain stitches the missing moments together like a movie editor removing bad frames. Neuroscientist David Eagleman describes perception as a controlled hallucination built from incomplete information. Your eyes collect raw signals. Your brain creates the experience. That means you're not seeing reality. You're seeing your brain's best guess. Think about your blind spot. Every human eye has one. It's the place where the optic nerve leaves the retina. There are no light-detecting cells there. No image exists. Yet you never see a black hole floating in front of you. Your brain simply fills in the missing space using everything nearby. It invents part of your vision. Without asking permission. How much of your daily life is being quietly invented? Scientists have spent decades testing that question. In 1998, psychologists Daniel Simons and Christopher Chabris performed one of the most famous experiments ever. People watched a video of players passing basketballs. Their task seemed simple. Count the passes. Halfway through the video, a person wearing a gorilla suit walked directly across the scene. Stopped, beat their chest, then walked away. Almost half the viewers never noticed. Not because they weren't looking. Because attention changes what you see. If your brain decides something isn't important, it can erase it completely. This is called inattentional blindness. It happens far more often than most people realize. Have you ever searched everywhere for your phone, only to discover it was already in your hand? Your eyes worked perfectly. Your brain filtered out what it wasn't expecting. Vision depends as much on expectation as it does on light. Colors work the same way. The shirt you call blue isn't actually blue. It reflects certain wavelengths while absorbing others. But color itself doesn't exist outside the brain. Different animals experience completely different visual worlds. Bees can see ultraviolet patterns hidden inside flowers. Snakes detect heat. Mantis shrimp possess far more color receptors than humans. Each species lives inside its own version of reality. So which one is the real world? Perhaps none of them. Or perhaps all of them. Even time is edited. Your brain waits for tiny fractions of a second before building your conscious experience. Research by Benjamin Libet showed that your awareness slightly lags behind physical events. In a strange way, you're always living just a little in the past. Does that mean free will feels different from reality? Scientists still debate the answer. What they do know is this. Your brain constantly predicts the future. It guesses what should happen next, then compares those predictions with incoming information. Most of the time, the guesses are correct. When they aren't, you experience an illusion. Optical illusions aren't mistakes. They're windows into how your brain works. They reveal the shortcuts evolution built over millions of years. Because perfect accuracy was never the goal. Survival was. Imagine your ancestors hearing movement inside tall grass. Was it only the wind? Or was it a predator? The brain that assumed danger lived longer than the brain that waited for certainty. Evolution rewarded fast guesses, not perfect ones. That ancient survival system still controls your perception today. Every face you recognize, every color you admire, every distance you estimate, every movement you notice. Your brain is constantly making invisible decisions before you ever become aware of them. Reality reaches your eyes, but the world you experience is assembled inside your skull. The next time you look into a mirror, remember something unsettling. You are not seeing the world exactly as it is. You are seeing the version your brain believes is most useful. And those are two very different things. You open your eyes every morning believing you're seeing reality. But you aren't. Your brain creates the experience. It invents part of your vision. And it does this far more often than most people realize. Colors work the same way. Each species lives inside its own version of reality. Your brain constantly predicts the future. Optical illusions aren't mistakes. They're windows into how your brain works. Evolution rewarded fast guesses, not perfect ones. Survival was the goal. That ancient survival system still controls your perception today. Every face you recognize, every color you admire, every distance you estimate, every movement you notice. Your brain is constantly making invisible decisions before you ever become aware of them. Reality reaches your eyes, but the world you experience is assembled inside your skull. The next time you look into a mirror, remember something unsettling. You are not seeing the world exactly as it is. You are seeing the version your brain believes is most useful. And those are two very different things. You are not seeing the world exactly